This is our Screencast-O-Matic walkthrough for All Seated. So a little background. We've been using All Seated in Dr. Queen's Food and Beverage Management class. So the assignment that we gave the students about 2 days ago was to create an event in All Seated. So this includes deciding on a date, deciding on how many guests are going to be coming to the event, what type of event, and all of these little details. So we gave them a few parameters. One of the parameters, let's go to bird's eye view first. So this is the bird's eye view. So one of the parameters was a 60-foot by 60-foot room. This was because we wanted them to have at least 100 guests, and we decided that 13 tables would be appropriate to fit that many people. We also gave them the parameter of doing 54-inch rounds with 8 chairs at a table. So All Seated gives you the option to do so many different types of seating tables. You could do ceremony chairs, different types of chairs, any possible combination of seats at a table that you want. It also gives you the ability to judge distance. So on a floor plan, you obviously can't tell in real life how much room is between two different objects. There's an option on here where you can measure that. So it'll tell you this is about 4 feet by 4 feet from this chair to that chair, or you can do table to table. It's very accurate. Another parameter we gave them was to do a microphone and podium, which is over here. So now we're going to go into the first person view walkthrough. So this is the walkthrough view for All Seated. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we are. So another parameter that we gave them was to do, they were going to have 100 guests overall, so we're going to be working on it further. But for this first assignment, we wanted them to do 13. This was so that they could create a full head table and add in people's names to our guest list. So this is the head table. And then you'll see that other people sitting throughout the room. This was because we wanted them to do 5 other guests who weren't seated at the head table that had special needs. So this could have been people with physical needs, people with dietary needs. So we had a couple of people choose to do gluten-free options, vegan options. We had somebody choose to include a guest who was deaf and then their interpreter, making sure that they sat next to each other. So the students really got creative. Another thing that you can do with All Seated is choose so many different types of chairs, table sizes, and linen options and decor options. So this student chose to do just regular white poly linen. So that's what we have. We also gave them the parameter that it was a buffet style. We didn't tell them to include buffet chairs. So that was, we just wanted to see who was able to think and be like, okay, so if it's a buffet, there's obviously going to need to be buffet tables. Some people went as far as they added Schaefer's onto the buffet tables. They really got creative. We were very happy with how it went. They chose different types of linen. So there were sequin linen, there was velvet linen, different colors. They color coordinated so that it was different around the room. You could choose centerpieces. Also with All Seated, you can choose table numbers. You can also do table names. The student chose to do numbers. And I'm going to go back to bird's eye view. You can just see the room layout. Some students went as far as to add in doors to the room, entrances, exits, make sure that the buffet tables weren't too close to those. They also were to put in, go back to first person. All Seated also gives you the ability to add in chargers, plates, stemware, and cutlery. So, and you can arrange it on the table any which way you want. So All Seated obviously is super helpful for teaching students how to create an event. And reports, so that was another part of the assignment. They had to come to class with their BEO printed out. Everything was ready to go. They had their floor plan, they had their assignments, their tasks. It also gives you the ability to add in different like a timeline. You can create a timeline from scratch, and it tells you where everybody has to be when. And it keeps you on track for the event. We're just diving into this. There's so many possibilities with All Seated, but this is definitely one of the coolest features of it is the walkthrough. So it enables us to show client what their event is going to look like when they're actually in the room and everything's pulled together. There you are.